Hello YouTube, I'll start by telling you that I didn't achieve what I set out to do. For the price of 5 seconds I did over 40 minutes. Most likely it was due to a cold that kept me too long and didn't let me see to my plans. But I will try again at a race also in Bucharest in October. So I managed an average of exactly 4 per kilometer for 10 kilometers, but not as steady as I hoped. The last kilometer I managed at 3:41, but I needed a bit more speed to wash out 4 kilometers done with 4:05, 4:06 kilometers where I felt I didn't have enough air, but as I said, I won't give up, but I will prepare better to maintain 10 kilometers with a pace of 4 per kilometer, relaxed, and then going back to 21 kilometers with 4 per kilometer, so I've got work to do. Apart from that, I would like to show you now the run I did to Marble Beach, a famous beach in Thassos, and a very nice run.
What's your weakness?
But don't go away! On my way to Marble Beach, I will tell you a few things about the history of the island Thassos, which is very rich and turbulent.
Dance in the dark, we're dreamers.
According to the ancient myth, Thassos was the island of the sirens. It is said that they had such a beautiful voice that every man who heard them sing fell under their spell. The sirens would afterward devour the enchanted one. In the famous Wandering of Ulysses, the sirens who tried to enchant him are supposed to be living in Thassos. Yet another myth connects Thassos to a young man who arrived on the island in search of his sister Europa, who had been stolen by Zeus. In a few seconds I'll tell you about the written history of the island, not just these myths.
I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. We come alive.
The history of Thassos is rich and very turbulent. The island was occupied by many conquerors who left their cultural traces behind. The ancient Greek historian Herodotus mentioned an early Phoenician settlement that worked the island's gold mines. In the 7th century BCE, Greeks from Paros colonized Thassos, exploited the gold mines, and founded a school of sculpture. The Persians, led by King Darius, conquered Thassos in early 491 BC. They destroyed its fantastic marble walls and overpowered the population. The Persians soon left the Aegean area and Thassos as well. During the period that followed, Thassos was seized alternately by the Greeks, conflicting states Athens and Sparta. In the year 340 BC, the island became part of the autonomous regions of Macedonian Empire. The Thassos military forces fought under the leadership of Alexander the Great against the Persians, both on land and on the sea. Thassos maintained its autonomy with a few exceptions with the Macedonian Empire until year 202 BC, when King Philip V started to suppress the rights of Thassos population. They began to turn more and more to the Roman Empire. In the year 197 BC, the Romans invaded Thassos. The island remained under their rule until the year 42 BC. They were privileged by the name the Friends of Caesar. It was a time of rebuilding. Many old buildings and the old theater were restored where gladiatorial combats were held. The remains from the period can be seen nowadays in Limenas. The Roman era had lasted on Thassos until the year 330 AC, when Thassos became a colony of the Byzantine Empire. Christianity has been gradually established from the year 49 AC on. In the year 365 AC, Thassos was hit by a devastating earthquake. The Arabs seized the island in 565 AC, but their rule didn't last for long. From the 7th century on, Thassos was attacked and robbed many times. Robbers and mugging continued throughout the century until 18th century, and the population was forced to leave the capital Limenas and settle inside of the island.
Ia uite-l, mă, Petruțule!
From the 7th to 16th century, the scarce population that remained on the island lived in caves, in severe poverty and hiding. From the year 1961, Thassos fell once again under the authority of Byzantine Empire. During the Crusades, the island was conquered by Venetians. At the beginning of the 13th century, the island was being robbed again, this time by Crusaders, Venetians, Spanish, Sicilians and other pirates. In later times, Thassos was dependent of numerous Frankish rulers, then on Byzantines, whose dominance until the fall of Constantinople in 1453. In 1055, Thassos and the neighboring islands were invaded with 10 ships by Turks led by Muhammad II. Until the year 1774, the number of inhabitants decreased from 60,000 and even 100,000 in the 6th and 5th century BC to 2000. In 1813, the Turks gave the island to Muhammad Ali of Egypt. And the reward for the Egyptian support during the Greek War for independence. The population wasn't suffering Egyptian rule and the island prospered permanently. In 1908, Thassos were returned to Turks. During the First Balkan War, a Greek naval squad managed to unite the island to the Greek state, and they remained so until today. Thassos was officially recognized as a part of Greece in 1913. During the Second World War, Thassos and the whole East Macedonia and Thrace were under the control of the Bulgarians. The Bulgarians were planning to annex the island to their territory and to carry out forced assimilation, but they have failed. So the island passed from Greeks, Persians, Macedonians, Romans, Byzantine Empire, Arabs, pirates, Turks, Egyptians, and finally remained with the Greeks. A truly turbulent and interesting story seen from outside.